Hi everyone. Every day we have to process lots of new information. In our brains, there are two kinds of memory. One is our working memory, and another is our long-term memory. So how can we transfer information into long-term memory? What's the relationship between memory and the learning materials? Why is cognitive load important? Well, welcome to this e-lecture. In this e-lecture video, I will help you to solve these questions. My name is Yumin Cheng. The topic of this e-lecture is cognitive load theory. Let's talk about the learning outcomes and purpose. By the end of this e-lecture video, you will know all of them on the list, such as the definition and the importance of cognitive load theory, the three main types, and the advantage and disadvantage of cognitive load, other related theories, and the influence of this theory by instructional designers. So, the learning purpose of this e-lecture is to make people learn more about cognitive load theory, especially for students and instructors. For instructors, they can use this theory to build effective online learning materials and instructional design. For learners, it's meaningful for them to decrease working memory load in order to improve long-term memory. As I mentioned in the beginning, there are two types of memory which are closely connected with this story. Then I will define what it is, why it is important, and what it's focusing on. Cognitive load theory is an effective theory, which is based on the knowledge of the biological evolutional principle and human cognitive architecture. It's significant and crucial because it provides a meaningful framework for investigators to learn more about the process of cognition and instructional design. It focuses on different ways of internet-based education and pay more attention to the method to decrease in total working memory load in order to improve long-term working memory. These are detailed information of this theory, and I will introduce all of them separately. There are three types of cognitive load. First is intrinsic cognitive load, which is used by the number of elements of information and the level of their interactivity. Second is intrinsic cognitive load. It's controlled by instructional designers and is affected by how the information presents to learners. Last is germane cognitive load. It's helpful for learners and can enhance learning. According to the authors, there are two ways to extend working memory. First, using the mind to separately process visual information and auditory information. This is also called the modulatory effect. Second, it's necessary to bring schemas from long-term to working memory. Also, cognitive load theory can be used effectively to improve and develop many instructional techniques, and there are four main effects. First is the goal-free effect. It's designed to reduce extraneous load, and it requires students to focus on the goal of the problems in order to solve them. Second is the worked example effect. It's helpful guidance for students to help them for the problem. Third is split attention effect. It's occurs when students need to split their attention to different sources of information or knowledge temporarily. The last one is the reduction effect. It also focuses on different sources of knowledge or information, but they emphasize that the multiple sources can be known without using reference, such as using text in spoken forms in multimedia learning. To help you have a clear and better understanding of this theory, I designed an image with direct meaning of each cognitive load. Well, based on description and effective learning means manage intrinsic load, reduce intrinsic load, and increase streaming load. Now let's talk about the application of the theory. There are many implications for instructional design to design learning materials. For instance, when a problem is very difficult, designers should pay attention to the learning materials and reduce the extraneous load because of the limit of working memory capacity. However, if it isn't necessary to reduce extraneous load, dramatic cognitive load should be encouraged in learning materials to enhance learning. First example, assume that a boy wants to learn some Chinese vocabulary. There are many ways for him to learn, such as using simple symbols, draw related pictures, and writing definitions or information. If related pictures are much better and clear, it's unnecessary to write definitions or information because it may increase working memory load. If simple symbol can replace definitions or information, it's not necessary for learners to get extraneous information. If definition-related picture is also helpful and can make learners to have a deeper understanding of Chinese vocabulary, it's meaningful and significant to use all the methods to enhance learning. Second example is about using PowerPoint in teaching because it can reduce extraneous cognitive load and help students retain useful information better. For instance, instructor can provide both graphics and text together in PowerPoint. They can highlight the most important details of information for learners, or they can use signaling to increase cognitive load by directing the learners to the text. There are some strengths and weaknesses for this theory. For the strengths, it has been used successfully to improve some instructional techniques, and it's useful to extend the working memory. Also, it can help students to reduce training time and enhance learning, become more effective and efficient. However, it's difficult to discuss what extent working memory is needed for learning. There are three similar theories. Discovery theory encourages students to explore problems on their own. Similar to cognitive load theory, the purpose is to reduce extraneous cognitive load and make learning become more effective. However, discovery learning requires work example and it needs the search, the problem solving. The cognitive load theory supports that the search will interfere learning and impose extraneous cognitive load. Cognitive flexibility theory is the ability for instructors to restructure learning knowledge, similar to the cognitive load theory. The purpose is also to expand working memory capacity by using existing knowledge and strengthen the knowledge of learners. Also, the learning materials, both two theories are important. However, cognitive load theory focuses on the method of decreasing total working memory. The cognitive flexibility theory pays more attention on the instruction. Different from experiential learning, cognitive load theory focuses on different learning materials. Experiential learning is based on experience and activities, and students direct participate in learning process. I hope you learn more about cognitive load theory after watching this video, and the question can help you review your understanding of this e-lecture. I summarize some main points of this e-lecture and I hope you have a better understanding about this theory. If you have any questions, please let me know. I also provide some sources here. If you are interested in this topic, you can research and read more about this theory. Thank you.